This week, you'll learn how to create your own sunlight for a glowing portrait. AdoramaTV presents You Keep Shooting with Bryan Peterson, where you'll learn unique and creative techniques that will elevate your photography skills. Here's your host, Bryan Peterson.
So I find myself here at a park near Lakeshore Drive in downtown Chicago, and the sun has gone down behind some buildings. Needless to say, I have no available sunlight to add some strength to what I hope to be a really nice portrait of the always beautiful Lori. So I find myself here without benefit of any sunlight. So what am I going to do? I could easily shoot an available light portrait of Lori here in this park. Not a problem, but I think we need to dress it up a little bit as if it were being lit by the sun. So how are we going to do that? We're going to use electronic flash. I've got one flash here in the front that's going to be shot with the aid of my assistant Justin through a diffuser, softening the light as it hits Lori on the face. Look behind here, and what do you notice? Another flash behind Lori, in this case a flash also with a CTO that's going to recreate the low-angled setting sun, the orange warm light that we're all familiar with from the real sun itself in those situations. So let's talk about the ambient exposure, because that's important too. There's a lot of green behind Lori, and I do want to get some of that green in the exposure. First of all, I want very little depth of field, so I'm choosing to shoot this particular shot at f6.3 with my 70 to 300 millimeter lens, and the ambient exposure behind Lori, the somewhat bright backlit leaves, is 1/60th of a second, f6.3 with 100 ISO. Therefore, I'm using my flash here, also set at 6.3. The distance the flash is calling for, based on the zoom of 105 millimeter on the back of that flash, is about 19 feet. But I've had my assistant Justin move in to about 10 feet because of the light loss going through that diffuser. So he's going to be about 10 feet from Lori, hitting her front light with the diffused light from the flash, again, which is also set for 6.3. Behind Lori, on the other hand, the flash is also set for 6.3, but it's closer than the distance calling for, because I want that background hair light to, in effect, be way overexposed to really emulate as close as possible the setting sun itself, which in reality, if I took my ambient exposure off of her face and it really was the sun behind her, that sunlight around her hair would be way overexposed. So we're all set, ready to go. f6.3 at a 60th of a second. The ambient exposure will come to her face. The flash is going to light her from the front. The flash behind is going to put sunset light around her hair. And go ahead and run your hands through your hair, Lori, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Take a look at that exposure. I think you'll agree it's as if we got here in plenty of time, just as the sun was setting, when in fact there is no sunlight except for the benefit of the miniature suns of two electronic flashes, in this case SB900s, both fired, as usual, with Pocket Wizard Plus 2s. Something to consider the next time you're looking for a portrait idea to go to the park, whether it's a cloudy day or you missed the sun itself because you got there too late. Use those flashes, one with a CTO amber gel to emulate the sunset itself. Until next time, this is Bryan Peterson saying, you keep shooting.
AdoramaTV is brought to you by Adorama, your best source for the equipment and knowledge you need. For all the latest photography, video, and computer gear, visit Adorama.com. Place your order by 7 p.m. and it ships the same day. Plus, the next time you're in New York City, be sure to visit our store located on 18th Street between 5th and 6th Avenue. Check out the Adorama Rental Company for professional cameras, lighting, computers, and more. We'll help you make the best selection to match your needs while giving you the knowledge to achieve the best outcome from your rental. Adorama is your complete solution for equipment, printing, training, and more. Adorama, more than a camera store.